Friends, I'm Yoga Jessie, and thanks for joining me on another BooksMoveMe yoga adventure. Today we'll be reading and moving to the book The Cow Who Clucked by Denise Fleming. Let's get started by warming up our bodies. Meet me on your hands and knees in table pose. Stretch your fingers wide like big number 5s. Then reach one hand forward like you're waving to someone way out in front. Say, hello. Then switch hands and wave with the other side. Hello. Then reach one foot way back, wave with your toes and say, goodbye. And switch feet, wave with the other side. Goodbye. Then come back onto your hands and knees. Arch your back, look up to the sky for cow pose, and say, moo. Then tuck your chin, look to your belly button, push your spine up towards the sky, and say, meow, in cat pose. Look to the ceiling for cow, moo. And cat, meow. And one more time, cow, moo. Then sit back on your feet and keep your hands out in front. Bounce on your feet as you say puppy pose. Pup-e pose. And then come all the way up on your hands and knees. Let's try it again. Pup-e pose. And one more time. Pup-e pose. And then curl your toes under. Stretch your legs up towards the sky, coming into downward facing dog, and give me 3 big barks. Woof, woof, woof. Then come back down on your hands and knees. Sit back on your feet. Bring your fingers back towards your toes, and rest your head down on the mat for mouse pose. Take a deep breath in and say, squeak, 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 squeak. Deep breath in. Squeak, 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 squeak. Then that mouse is going to travel all the way up the clock to a rhyme called Hickory, Dickory, Dock. Standing tall, reach your fingers down to your toes. And then start to pat all the way up as you sing, Hickory, Dickory, Dock. The mouse went up the clock. The clock struck 1. 1 big clap. 1! The mouse said, run! Hickory, Dickory, Dock. Now crawling fingers. Hickory, Dickory, Dock. The mouse crawled up the clock. The clock struck 2. 1, 2! The mouse said, woo! Hickory, Dickory, Dock. Now brushing hands. Hickory, Dickory, Dock. The mouse brushed up the clock. The clock struck 3. 1, 2, 3. The mouse said, whee! Hickory, Dickory, Dock. Last one's a squeeze. Hickory, Dickory, Dock. The mouse squeezed up the clock. The clock struck 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The mouse said, no more. Hickory, Dickory, Dock. Meet me all the way back down in pretzel pose. And let's get ready to read. Let's start by waking up our ears. Take your fingers and start to rub right along the edge of your ears, right at the bottom. And keep rubbing and pinching your ears all the way up to the very top. We're going to wake up our ears so they're ready to listen to the story. And then when you get back down to the bottom, rub your hands together. I feel mine getting warm. And then make 2 circles with your hands. Bring those circles up to your eyes, getting our eyes ready to look at the words and the pictures. Then bring your hands down to your knees. We're going to make sure our body is calm and still by doing invisible zipper breath. Imagine you have a zipper starting at the bottom and going all the way up the front of your body. Take one hand and grab onto that invisible zipper. As you zip up towards your belly button, take a deep breath in. And then unzip. And let all the air out. Now zip up to your heart. And this time zip up to your chin. Then switch hands and zip all the way up to your nose. And now zip up to your forehead. And to the top of your head. That's called your crown. And with both hands on your zipper, zip all the way up to the sky. I think we're ready for our story. Our story today is called The Cow Who Clucked by Denise Fleming. Opening up the story, I see a picture of the cow sleeping. And that little bubble above him must be his dream. What's he dreaming about? I see some chicks. And oh my, look what's on top of the cow's head. And look at the cow's feet. Then on the cover page, we see a rooster crowing, cock-a-doodle-doo! And the sun is coming up. When the sun comes up, it's morning time. One morning, Cow woke up to find she had lost her moo. "The first thing I must do," said Cow, "is find my moo." And there she is saying, "Cluck?" Let's come into cow pose, only instead of saying moo, we're going to say something different. Meet me on your hands and knees. In table pose. Arch your back, look up, but instead of saying moo, let's say cluck, cluck. Here we go. Arch your back, look up. Cluck, cluck. Cluck, cluck. Cow met dog. Cluck, cluck, said cow. Woof, woof, said dog. "It's not you who has my moo," said cow. Say that with me. "It's not you who has my moo." And on she went. Let's come into our dog pose. Start out on your hands and knees in table pose. Then turn your toes under. Straighten your legs, stretch your tail up towards the sky, and then let me hear your best dog sound. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Cow stopped to nibble some grass. Cluck, cluck, said cow. Buzz, buzz, said bee. Say it with me. "It's not you who has my moo," said cow. And on she went. Come into bee pose. Sit on your feet with your knees out in front. And bring your fingers to your shoulders, making some wings. Take a deep breath in. And let all the air out with a buzzing sound. Buzz. Do you feel your tongue tickling behind your teeth? Let's try it again. Deep breath in. Buzz. Cow passed cat. Cluck, cluck, said cow. Meow, said cat. "It's not you who has my moo," said Cow. And on she went. For cat pose, come back on your hands and knees. Tuck your chin and look at your belly button while you push your back up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in and say, meow. Flatten out your back. And let's try it again. Tuck your chin, look to your belly button, push your back up high. Meow. Cow cooled her feet in the creek. Cluck, cluck, said Cow. Glub, glub, said Fish. It's not you who has my moo, said Cow. And on she went. For fish pose, bring your feet together to make a triangle shape like the shape of a fish tail. Then bring your hands to your hips and make a fish face. We're going to be this fish, but we're going to be laying down on our mat. So lay back, keeping your feet together in that fish tail. Bring your hands back to your hips. Make your fish face. And then swim by lifting up your knees and your elbows. Say glub glub, glub glub, glub glub. Cow spotted duck. Cluck cluck, said Cow. Quack quack, said Duck. It's not you who has my moo, said Cow. And on she went. Let's be a duck together. Come down on your tummy. And bring your hands under your shoulders. Push the front of your body up. And then bend your knees to make a duck tail. Swim through the water and say quack quack, quack quack, quack quack. Cow crossed the meadow. Cluck cluck, said Cow. Ma, ma, said Goat. It's not you who has my moo, said Cow. And on she went. The goat was eating a flower, and goats like to eat all sorts of things. For goat today, come on your hands and knees. And then sit back on your feet. Take a deep breath in. Come all the way up to table pose and say, ma. Try it again. Sit back on your feet. Take a deep breath in. Ma. And one more time. Deep breath in. Ma. Mouse darted past Cow. Cluck, cluck, said Cow. Squeak, squeak, said Mouse. It's not you who has my moo, said Cow. And on she went. Let's curl up like that little mouse. Come on your hands and knees. Sit back on your feet. Bring your fingers back by your toes and let your head come all the way down towards the floor. Take a deep breath in and say squeak, 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 squeak. Deep breath in. Squeak, 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 squeak. Cow stepped around Snake. Cluck, cluck, said Cow. Said Snake. It's not you who has my moo, said Cow. And on she went. For snake pose, come down on your tummy. And make your body very long. Glue your feet together to make a strong snake tail. And bring your hands under your shoulders. Then push up the front of your body and hiss like a snake. Then decide if you're going to be poisonous or friendly. Smile if you're friendly, but give me a poisonous face if you're a poisonous snake. Then Cow spied Owl. Cluck, cluck, said Cow. Hoo, hoo, said Owl. It's not you who has my moo, sighed Cow. For owl pose, squat down low and bring your wings out to the side. Take your wings and tuck them behind your back. Look over one shoulder. Take a deep breath in and say, "Hoo," as you turn your head to look the other direction. Try it again. Take a deep breath in. Hoo. And one more time. Hoo. And Cow headed for the barn. If you look now, the sun is setting. It must be getting close to nighttime. Cow shuffled past Hen. Cluck, cluck, said Cow. Moo, moo, said Hen. Hen, cried Cow. It is you who has my moo. They both looked very surprised. And in the end, they got their sounds back. Cluck, moo. Let's come back onto our hands and knees in cow pose, just like we did at the beginning. But this time, instead of saying cluck, cluck, we can go back to our moo. Arch your back, look up and say moo. One more time. Moo. I enjoyed following Cow as she searched for her moo in the story The Cow Who Clucked by Denise Fleming. Thanks for joining me on this BooksMoveMe yoga adventure. See you next time.